Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Moodboy and welcome to this new video. Today we're gonna make a Jersey beat that sounds very emotional and very epic, and it sounds like this. Before starting, make sure to adjust the BPM. So a Jersey beat is quite fast and usually you want to be around 150 BPM, and the BPM is like how fast the beat is. So here you want to put it to 150. Let's start with the chords and the melody. The chords are F, A minor, D minor, and C. If you haven't done it yet, you need to create a virtual instrument track. And here I choose this sound, the nylon guitar. It's the same one that I used for my central C-type beat. You want to double click on the track and then go at the bottom right to create your MIDI notes. Let's start with the F major chord, so we need an F, an A and a C. At this stage you can already make it longer if you want to. Then we have the D minor chord, so we need a D, an F and an A. Then we have the A minor chord, so this time we need an A, a C and an E. And the fourth and last chord is a C major chord, so C, E and G. And if you followed me, it should sound like this. If you want to put more emotions into it, you need to play arpeggios, so you're gonna play one note at a time. For example, the second note. Maybe this one. And this way you're creating a melody. Let me show you a few other things you can do. So for example, the F, you can play it an octave higher. So here. And same thing for the next chord, the D note. Here I added a C and also the octave, so an A. And I'm gonna repeat this note. This is how you can make your main loop, and I also have another example for you with different notes. So here, as you can see, I added some notes for the second repetition, so the melody goes higher. And when you're happy with your loop, you can add some effects. Just click on FX. It's the same effects that I used for my central C-type beat. Some chorus. Some reverb. Dimension. And finally, vibe 2. We have the main melody, we can now move on to the drums. For the drums, I'm gonna show it on my laptop just because it's way easier, I think, and it's a bit faster for me. This is the drum kit I have. It's a drum kit that I created and it's good for Jersey. By the way, you can have access to all my BandLab sessions and to the exact same drum kit. You can do it by subscribing to my Patreon page. The link is in the description. Go check it out if you're interested. If you prefer to do it by yourself, you can. You just need to click here and go on Browse One Shot. And here you want to find a kick. Find the kick that you like and then import it in your sampler. Always use the filter, it's way faster to find your samples. For a Jersey beat, I would recommend to use some perks, for example this one. And so on until you created your drum kit. Let's make the drum beat. To make Jersey drums, I would recommend to start with the kick. Very, very easy. Activate the magnet. And this is the main Jersey rhythm. So I add 3 kick on every beat. And then here you have an off beat before the 4th beat. And then your last kick is here, and then it just repeats itself. So you can just make a copy and paste. And again, I have a 4-bar loop. It's not super interesting, so let's add the hats. My first hat is going to follow the kick. I copy and paste it and I place it here on my hat. And I'm also going to add the hats on every beat. So for example here on the 4th beat, and now it sounds like this. We can also add a second hat that's going to play the off beats. It adds some bounce to the drums. Just copy and paste it. And if you want, you can also layer it. So this way you're gonna have another hat on top of it. And this is what we've got with 3 hats. That's not bad at all. Let's make it even more interesting and we're gonna add the perk. We want to add more movements to the drums, so we're going to place it where it sounds good. Something like that, and you can repeat it to the next bar. You don't want to change all the time your rhythm, so you want to keep it simple and have some repetitions. At the end of the loop, I add some claps. Again, you can put the second clap for the last one. It's a subtle difference, but it really adds something. It's optional, but if you wanted to, you can make it even more interesting and add some more elements. So here I'm going to add an open hat on every 3rd beat. You can also have stuff like that. And finally, I have a sort of riser. Let's even add this one. And we add the guitar on top of it. Let's add the 808. So this is very easy, it's like the kick drum, and you also just want to follow the chords. So remember, we have an F, but we want to make it like the kick drum. And we keep the Jersey rhythm. So as a reminder, we have F, D, then we have an A, and finally a C. It should sound like this. And the very last thing we need to add for a Jersey beat is some vocals. If you want the exact same vocals, you need to click here on BandLab Sounds and then search for vocal chop. And I chose this pack, the vocal cuts.
Yeah. When I see you.
And I chose this one, When I See You.
When I see you. When I see you. When I see you.
You want to drag it in your project.
When I see you.
Be careful, you need to transpose it here. So here the pitch shift is on 0, not on -4. And this time it sounds in the right key. At the end I did a chop. So if you want to do it, you press S or right click and slice. And then I did something like that. And then this one, I pitched it by 12 semitone. Semitones is an octave higher, so it's going to sound good. The last thing I need to do is a full structure, so you want to keep things easy and straightforward. So start with a simple intro with just the chords, for example. Then you can move on to a chorus with all your elements. Then you can have a verse, a chorus, and an outro. That's just a simple example, but you can really make the structure that you like. That's it for today. We looked at how to make a Jersey beat. Let me know what you think of the beat in the comments, if you like it or not. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. I'll see you next week for a new tutorial. Stay tuned, take care, bye bye.